features with Livingston and Tangela too, and our host Vincent Van Dahl, and he brings it to ya. Creature features and all creatures and all features, and the creature gonna get you tonight. You better not turn out your bedroom light. He'll grab your head and give it such a bite. You may even die, just from a fright. You ain't nothing gonna be, baby. You ain't nothing gonna be alright. Cause the creature gonna get you, baby. Don't get you tonight.
Good evening and welcome to Creature Features. I'm your host, Vincent. On the left side portion of your screen would be Livingston, a butler with a taste for the tidy and an aversion to all things eerie. This dependable dandy of domesticity prefers polishing silver over watching spine-chilling shivers on the screen. What?
Nothing.
And on the other side, you'll find Tangela, with an allure that captivates the curious and a demeanor as sweet as candied chaos. She is a concoction of contradictions. Behind her alluring appearance lies a penchant for pyrotechnics and a knack for crafting calamitous contraptions. What? And do we have a fantastical program in store for you tonight? Firstly, the film. This evening we shall marvel at the 1961 cinematic creation Mr. Sardonicus, where a malevolent man's mirthful manner turns monstrously macabre after meddling with his late father's remains, setting the stage for a suspenseful 17th century story that spirals into a mansion of melodramatic mystery, morbid experiments, and a mesmerizing quest for a remedy to his cursed countenance, culminating in a darkly delightful and diabolically droll display of devilish deeds. What?
Nothing.
And joining us to watch the film will be Harrod Blank. This filmmaker, fabulously fixated on the fantastical, forged his fame by fearlessly filming and flaunting the wild world of art cars. With documentaries like Automorphosis and Wild Wheels, he spotlighted the spirited souls who splash their vehicles with vivid visions, turning traffic into a tapestry of tantalizing tales. Not just a film fanatic, Mr. Blank is also an author, articulately annotating the automotive art in Art Cars, the artists, and the obsession and the craft. What? Harrod will tell us about his work, perhaps show us a clip or two from his films, and give us his take on our feature film. So don't go away, for it is to be another night of spooky and informative fright, right here on Creature Features. Stay tuned. Harrod Blank, did you know that if our viewers switched over to channel 40 right at this moment, they could catch Theatre of Death from 1967? Listen to this description. In Paris, a series of vampire-like murders haunts the environs of the Theatre de Mort. That sounds like a better movie than the one we're running tonight, Mr. Sardonicus. It's got Christopher Lee and Jenny Till. I don't know. Anyways, forget about that. Welcome to the show. We are with Harrod Blank, and you're a man of many, many talents and many, many experiences. Let's run through the list. You're a documentarian. You shoot films of documentary nature. You do art cars, because I saw your car up front. And you also were in Killer Clowns, and you brought a piece from that. And then I think you're just an all-around okay bloke, right?
More or less.
Did I miss anything?
Yeah.
You kind of look like the bloke that plays guitar in Cheap Trick.
Who was that?
No, you know, the guy with the hat. He had a funny name. Bunny something. No, it was the other one. What was the name of the bloke in Cheap Trick? Andrew, you know, right? He's going to Google it. Watch, he'll Google it. In any case, welcome. How was the trip up?
Great.
No problems?
Not really.
Other than a ticket?
Right.
He got a ticket for speaking on his mobile phone in traffic. Yeah. Well, this is a ridiculous law. I didn't know why they do that. I mean, I can speak on the phone and drive, no problem, right? Ambidextrous. When I was young and I smoked cigarettes, I could drive an automobile on the left side of the road, operate the stick, have a cup of coffee and a cigarette in my hand. And now here in California they say, oh, you're too stupid to operate a mobile telephone while you drive. I think that's ridiculous. Anyways, I'll probably get comments saying, you're wrong, it's safety, which is okay. Anyways, you got a ticket, come in here, but that's okay, because you can have fun with us, right?
That's right.
How long have you been doing the whole documentary thing?
When I got out of college, I started making movies.
Right. So that tells me nothing.
1991.
Oh, so you've been doing it for a while.
Yeah, 1991 is when I started filming art cars.
Right.
And then I sort of graduated out of art cars into Burning Man.
Oh, nice.
And then I filmed Burning Man for 31 years. Did a lot of acting gigs on the side.
Right.
But Killer Clowns is the weird one because 35 years later, it's now big.
Right.
It wasn't big, early on.
No. And was Barbara Crampton in that one? I think Barbara Crampton was.
No, I don't think she was.
No?
No.
All right. I know somebody who was. We had somebody on the program, an actress who was in that film. I can't recall who.
Suzanne Snyder.
Suzanne Snyder. That's who it was.
Oh, good.
No,
she was on this show?
She was on one of our very early episodes. Sweet, sweet lady.
Great.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So she was in it. And who else? Somebody else famous besides you?
Grant Kramer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about art cars. We're going to talk about doing documentaries. But first we have to start the film Mr. Sardonicus from 1961. Are you familiar with this film?
I just watched it.
Oh, all right. So you're going to see it twice, which is good because you can say, oh, be careful, here's a scary part coming up, right?
Well, I do have a story about it, but I'll wait till you're ready.
Let's do it in the next segment. Let's go on to Mr. Sardonicus, 1961. Don't go away. It's a fantastic film, so I'm told, by Harrod Blank. See you soon.
Hello, this is Mr. Livingston. It would appear that I have been tasked yet again to deliver another plea intended to separate you from your hard-earned money. This program now has its own channel and associated apps that allow you to watch the entire Creature Features library and much more. Entitled Creature Features TV, this is a system that works much like Netflix or Hulu. Besides early access to all the new Creature Features episodes, you'll also have access to many other offerings and some archival episodes of the original show with Mr. Bob Wilkins. You'll also have exclusive access to a new Creature Features show that will be introduced soon and will not be available anywhere else. Your generous but modest monthly subscription fee will also greatly assist in the continued production of the show, so there's that as well. Miss Tangela has asked me to inform you that if you subscribe to Creature Features TV, she will be sure to create more dancing videos just for you. I think not. So please visit www.creaturefeaturestv.com to learn more. Thank you for your time.
welcome back to Creature Features. If you're just joining us, we are with Harrod Blank. You are a filmmaker, right?
Yes.
A film attendee in the sense of an acting gig here and there, and also an art car guy. And we're watching Mr. Sardonicus. Now, this film was done by William Castle. And you know what he's famous for? Gimmicks. So he would set things up in theaters so that his films had a bit of a showmanship to go with it. And I'm not sure what he has planned for this one. And you probably know, so don't tell me. But there'll be some kind of surprise, right? Anyways, enough about the film. Let's talk about you. So you were telling us you started filmmaking back in college. So other than doing art cars and you said Burning Man, have you ever done like documentaries on historical figures or ghost hunting or anything like that?
Nothing traditional. I did a film on a guy that lived in caves.
In a cave?
In caves on the Salmon, Idaho riverbanks. He would dig for gold, and when he couldn't find gold, he would rent them out as Airbnb type apartments, a stay for the night for $5.
I think he found gold anyways.
Dugout Dick was the name.
That's quite a moniker there, Dugout Dick. So you did a story on him. Are any of these available online, like YouTube or something like that, where people can see?
Amazon, maybe Prime, film festivals, websites, my father's website.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. You said your father did this as well, right?
Yeah, Les Blank was my father, and he pretty much taught me everything I know about filmmaking.
I take it he's no longer with us.
Yeah, he died in 2013.
Right. So he gave you the bug, and then you started with film, and you worked your way up to video, I take it.
Digital,
Right.
4K, 5K.
Right, the
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah.
It's got to look good, because if it doesn't look good, it looks bad, right?
That's right.
Right. So you've been doing that, and then that's you know, I've always wanted to do a documentary on oysters.
Seriously.
Right, yeah, no, I don't know why. People just like to eat them out here. They come out here all the time. Oh, we're here for the oysters. So I thought, maybe if I do a documentary on the people who eat oysters, I can do the oysters as well. Can you imagine interviewing an oyster?
Well,
That would be difficult. No, imagine the tiny microphone you'd have to use to put on an oyster. It's one of these scientific challenges that I like. Anyways, what do you say we get back to the film?
let's do it.
All right, off we go back to Mr. Sardonicus, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the clown film, right?
Sure.
All right, off we go. Don't go away. It's going to be fun. Bye. Tangela, have you ever considered becoming an Avon representative? Yeah, Denise Gunnison in Irvine, California, that's this woman here, she goes, I became an Avon representative to earn extra Christmas money, but Avon made such a difference in my life, I wouldn't give it up for the world. You should sign up. Avon, yeah, she knows a thing or two about makeup. In any case, welcome back to the show. We are without Mr. Harrod because you kicked him out of the seat because we had mail to do. But we're going to do it now, right? And then so
Yes,
we can get our
indeed.
guests back?
Hopefully.
Hopefully, right. No, he might have left. Yeah. He's got one of those art cars, you know.
Mr. J. Murphy from Mission Viejo, California.
J. Murphy? I suppose he's Irish.
Murphy.
I wish he's Irish. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, my goodness. Art. All right, and it looks like there's multiple pieces. I shall allow you to be Vanna White on this. And then this is for us to send him something. And there's a letter in here somewhere, I presume. Here we go. All right. So, what do you think? Not bad, eh? If I can open it. Oh, it's a handwritten note, but he wrote quite neatly.
It's readable,
Right.
legible.
All right, here we go. Hello, Vincent Tangella and Mr. Livingston. I'm a huge fan and just started watching. I live in Mission Viejo, but grew up in West Virginia with Fritz the Night Owl, Channel 10 Columbus. That must be another horror host of some kind, right?
I would hazard a guess.
Right. I'm sending 3 original drawings of you guys. I'm sending these sketches to my fave horror host after I got requests. Oh, look at that. Look, he made me handsome. Now look at this. Oh, I'm going to post this somewhere. We're going to put big ones up. Oh, my goodness. Look at Mr. Livingston.
I don't know who that is.
No, you look like a brute. I like it. No, it's nice for you to look like a brute sometimes. You could scare off the peddlers that show up on our door.
Before the beard.
All right, and then the Tangela one. Oh, doesn't she look like a princess there?
She does.
She has soft, caring eyes in this image, and I can tell you right now those are not accurate. But that's okay. No, she's nice to animals. That's what counts, right?
Indeed.
All right. He goes on. My question is, what happened to the props used in the original Creature Features with Bob Wilkins? I collect memorabilia and always wonder about things as such. Let's see the props. So our director, Tom, got his hands on most of them. He's got the chair, which we have here, Tom's original yellow rocking chair. The candle was replaced many times, right?
It ended up in Oregon.
That's in Oregon?
Yep.
All right. And then the coffin
San Jose.
is in San Jose. Where?
Toy store.
At a toy store.
Yep, that's right.
Do you remember the name of the toy store?
I'll think about it.
Isn't it Fantasy Books and something?
No, it's not that. It's
It's at a toy store and it's all beat
Joe,
up,
Joe
right?
Castro's toy store in San Jose.
All right, something like
And
it.
the sign ended up in someone's wall in San Francisco. The Watch Horror Films Keep America Strong.
The original Watch Horror Film sign is in somebody else's place. All right, let's see. Could you please send me a signed 8x10 of you guys? Of course. And I'll put it next to my Vampira and Sammy Terry pics. And yeah, I'll let us know which episode you read this on. Well, you're going to figure it out your own because you watch the show, right? Every week? You better. If he draws photos like this, he must, right? Thanks for writing to us. Next up, sir.
Joey Chevalier.
That's a rather regal name.
Quite.
Joey Chevalier. Isn't that somebody who rides a horse in French?
It's like a knight.
A chevalier. A knight? It's a knight? Really? All right. Let's see, where's he from? Oh, he's in Nottingham.
Nottingham.
He's in Nottingham. I know this place. And not from the tale of the Three Musketeers. No, it was
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. All right, he goes, hi, lovely Vincent, charming Mr. Livingston, and delightful Tangella. I'm Joey from Nottingham in merry old England. Discovered your channel a while ago and watched everything. I also recommended you to friends and family and got you some new subscribers. Thank you. And if you're watching us, you should subscribe as well because it does good things for us.
It's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do, as Mr. Livingston so profoundly states. I just want to say hello and would be thrilled to pieces if you read my message on the show. I did write a couple of letters saying some nice things, but they were never read on the air. You know, it's probably in a huge pile of unread mail, right?
Indeed.
We do get quite a bit of mail, and we can only do a few each week, or else people will write to us and say, what is this, the letters show? Right, so we'll probably eventually get to your other ones there. Hugs to you all, and keep bringing us your fantastic shows and sparkling personalities. Well, thank you, Joey, and we hope things are wonderful in merry old England. Last up.
Last up, Wilford Heights, California.
Wilford Heights. So we got 2 Californias and 1 UK. That's interesting. All right, what do we got here? Oh, my goodness. Oh, I like these. Oh, my goodness. All right, so I'm going to have you hold these up. And this is from Dave Finley, Wofford Heights, California. He goes, to whom it may concern. Hey, Van Dole, I have a bone to pick with you. I like it when people pick bones with me. No, yeah. All these nice letters. It's nice to get a mean one every now and then, right?
Well, it's not mean yet, is it?
No, we'll see. Hey, Vandal, I have a bone to pick with you. My so-called understand these women kidding, it's really great. Okay? And wife, daughter-in-law, and granddaughters all think you're adorable and endearing. Well, that's because they're wise women. Stop it already. I shouldn't have told them about you. Maybe Tangela, cute as a button, can knock some sense into them. Although I fear they're too far gone. The heart wants what the heart wants. Your show is just okay. I don't, for the love of God, please do not say hi to Katie and Jesse. I'll never hear the end of it. Hello, Katie and Jesse. You know, I think he's using reverse psychology.
I believe you're correct.
Right. Let's see. Mr. Livingston, my man, please stop Vincent at all costs. I think it's the best. If there's no blood, thanks in advance. Always the gentleman indeed. Begrudgingly, I forced myself to draw the picture along with my subscription to Creature Features TV, a wonderful thing that you should all sign up for, right? If you go to Creature Features TV. As a token of my alleged appreciation. Let's see what he drew. Oh, that's Mr. Livingston. You know, you should wear glasses like that. That's very nice. Seriously, big thanks for being a fresh breath of air. Oh, that's me. Look at that. Oh, you know, I need to take that to my hairdresser. I want hair like that, not this. In the horror game, I still love taking it to Scary Town, and you guys are the perfect antidote. Oh, those are nice eyes. They don't look like yours. Now, you have mean eyes. Look, you're making them right now. That person has alluring eyes. I'm surprised it took me this long to discover you. I won't tell anybody, I promise. I learned that lesson hard. I'm pushing 70 and have watched horror flicks since 1963, where I was weaned on the Jeepers Keeper from Jeepers Creepers Theater on KCOP Channel 13 in black and white, no less. Honestly, he scared me more than the movies, and I don't think I'm over it yet. He goes on, I find your movie choices phenomenal. Impeccable, really. Only top shelf for the royal audience. I love the spare no expense, sky's limit, nothing is too good for our audience attitude, and it really shows. Having said that, I would encourage everyone to buy merch from the Creature Features store, and I'll do the same. In closing, monster movies are my favorite, followed by the reasonably new found footage of paranormal investigations gone wrong. Anyways, thanks a lot, Casanova. We'll all be watching. Apparently forever yours, all the Finley women and me. Well, Finley women and you, sir, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate your support and wonderful art. You should be in a museum someplace, I think, maybe. Not so much?
And that would be it.
That's it. If you'd like to send us a letter of your own, go to hellocreaturefeatures.com. At that site, you will find a method for sending us an email or sending us a package or photos of Tangela's almost eyes, or you could send us a huge bucket of cash using a courier service, right?
We discussed this.
All right. No cash. We don't need cash, but a check will do. In any case, let's get back to Mr. Sardonicus, and when we come back, we will have Harrod Blank back with us, so don't you dare go away. See you soon.
This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
It's Creature Feature Night, and you're here with us, and that makes me quite happy, except I've got a bloody clown on my table. What in God's name is this?
That is Rudy from Killer Clowns.
Rudy, and this is the one you portrayed?
I actually portrayed 7 of them.
You did 7 clowns in Killer Clowns? Not at the same time, I assume.
No, different scenes.
Oh, how fun. So, in case you missed the intro, our friend Harrod was in that film as 7 clowns. Here, the whole time I thought you were only 1. You did 7. So how'd you get this gig?
Well, I showed up to be an extra in Santa Cruz.
Right.
And they looked at me and they said, wow, you're big and tall. And I said, yeah. And he said, do you think you can handle this costume? And I said, sure, I'll try it out.
Oh, wow.
And then I did one scene, and then the director asked me to stay after, do some rehearsing, pretend I'm drunk, pretend to kill somebody. And he said,
goodness.
Can you work for the next 2 weeks? I said, sure. He said, you're hired. You're going to be a killer clown.
That's fantastic.
And then nothing happened for years. And then all of a sudden, about 10 years ago, I get a call from a guy who wants to be my agent. And I said, for what? And he said, you were in Killer Clowns, weren't you? And I said, yeah. And he goes, well, we want you to sign autographs. And I said, nobody wants my autograph. And he says, I've already been asked for it.
Oh, my goodness. That's wonderful.
And now look, now it's 10 years later, and they're coming out with this game, and they're actually talking about a sequel, believe it or not.
Wow. You think they'll put you back in the clown suit?
If I'm not too old.
How could you tell? Right?
Well,
you've got the thing on your head.
They may make me an old clown.
Oh, an old clown would be nice. Do you think they'd use masks again? They used masks in the first one, right?
Yeah.
So they put you in a mask, and then, there's nothing to worry about. They can't see your gray hair.
Yeah.
Right? So what difference does it make? Unless they want you to do, like, stunts or gymnastics or something. They'll be like, Harrod, can you jump out of this moving vehicle at 100 kilometers per hour? No, I didn't think so. So you did that, and that was fun. And you met Suzanne?
Yeah, Suzanne Snyder and Grant Kramer and the other clown performers.
I believe she lives in that area, in the South Bay area of San Francisco, near Santa Cruz.
She did.
Right.
But now she lives in Atlanta.
Oh, she lives in Atlanta now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was going to have her back on the show, but that's a long haul for her just to come on a stupid program like this one.
You should have all of us come on. A Killer Clown reunion.
A Killer Clown reunion. That would cost me a fortune.
Maybe
when the show gets picked up by an actual network. All right, what do you say we get back to this film? And when we come back, I'd like to hear some more about this whole clown thing. But first, let's get back to Mr. Sardonicus. Don't go away.
Hi, this is Dee Dee from Vancouver, Washington. I'm just calling to say I'm a Creature Feature fan. I love your movies. I love those old movies. Keep them playing. Keep them coming. Bye.
This is Livingston, and you're watching Creature Features. Not now. Stay tuned.
Mr. Sardonicus, you're a mean one. Yeah, I think they should rewrite the Grinch song for Mr. Sardonicus, right? That would be, they could do like a film, like a Dr. Seuss film on Dr. Sardonicus, Mr. Sardonicus. I don't know. I watch too many cartoons. I shouldn't make comments like that. Welcome back. We are still with this clown, and I was going to ask you, conventions, do you do those?
Yeah, I do quite a bit.
And are they like sci-fi, horror, fantasy, or just strictly horror?
Mostly horror.
Right.
Mostly.
East Coast is like really big on horror conventions, are they not?
The whole country.
Right.
It's blowing up. It's blowing up.
So you go to one of these conventions and you bring this and you're like, take a picture with me because I was in Killer Clowns, and you get business doing that, right?
Yeah, I sign autographs for 3 days in a row, and these fans are obsessive and strange, and many of them have tattoos. Why they want my autograph so bad, it doesn't make sense to me, but I'm happy to do it. But I had this one woman who was a very attractive, like 28-year-old blonde woman come up to me, and she's like, I'm going to get your face tattooed on my chest. And I'm like, your whole chest? She goes, yeah, including my breasts. I'm like, what? And there's a guy next to her, and I said, and how do you feel about that? And it must have been her boyfriend or husband. He goes, sheepishly, I kind of like it. And I was just like, oh my God, these people are so strange.
Not you, this is what she's
Obsessive about.
going to have the tattoo. Right. So I would think it was strange if she said she was going to put your actual face on, because you're just like some nice bloke, and she could put Brad Pitt.
That might actually be
Right.
weirder.
No, but if she puts this, imagine if she has children one day. Mummy's going to give them nightmares. That's terrible. So you do these conventions, and do they keep you busy most of the year, or do you just do them once in a while?
I do about 6 to 8 a year.
Oh my goodness. The reason why I ask is because I like to do them. I like to meet our viewers, but I just don't like sitting at a table. I can't do it. You ask anybody who's seen us at a convention, I'm never at the table. I like to go around and meet people and walk around, and I sit at the chair and people walk up and say who are you supposed to be? I'm like, I don't know who I'm supposed to bloody be. I'm Vince. What should I say in that scenario? So when people come up to you and say, who are you? What do you do? What do you say to them?
I say that I played Rudy and other clowns in Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
See, I cannot say that. If I could say that, then people would.
It is very strange because I'm actually signing more autographs than like Sean Penn or some very big movie
my
stars. But because of the clown, I don't know why they care about the man behind the mask. But they want to know the man behind the mask.
You like the Joker, right? He's a big thing. And as far as Sean Penn goes, I know you should not ask Sean Penn for an autograph because he'll punch you in the face. It's a known fact. All right, what do you say we get back to Mr. Sardonicus, and when we come back, we're going to hear some more of your tales, right?
Right.
All right, off we go. Don't go away. It's going to get fun, maybe, I think.
Hello, this is Mr. Livingston. It would appear I have been tasked with requesting you to help our show financially by visiting our Patreon page. Your generosity will help us keep Creature Features on the air. With only a few dollars a month from you, your kindness will allow us to continue creating new entertainment for your viewing pleasure each and every week. And if you have the desire to give more, you might even receive a gift from Tangela. I think not. Please visit the website below to learn more. Thank you.
This is incredible. I thought this was just going to be a book full of cars with garbage glued to them. This is incredible. And the cover is you. This is one you created. All right, we're going to put a big one up. This is a vehicle covered in cameras. How many cameras?
2,705.
2,705 cameras on one van. I cannot even tell what kind of van it was. What was it?
Dodge.
A Dodge.
Yep. But this is what happens when you're the son of a filmmaker, a documentary filmmaker.
Right.
You grow up obsessed with cameras.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. But there's so many nice cars. So this book is still in publication, I take it, right?
Yes.
And we could get it at artcarworld.org.
Sure.
artcarworld.org. This is a beautiful book. It's all color and many photos. It's important, to have photos. So it's important for me because if I read too much, I fall asleep. So, wonderful. You're telling me a tale, or you began to tell me a tale during the film, something to do with the coffin, right?
Yes, I have a dilemma, which is similar to in the film, that I am supposed to, according to my father's wishes, dig him up and take the bones from the grave and give them to a folk artist in Alabama named Butch Anthony.
That's incredible.
And
Your father requested this.
yes, and
This
so
is not part
when-
of a novel or something. This is a true
this is
thing.
real life, and it's instructions in his will for me to do. And
Well, you have to do it, mate.
well, after seeing the movie, I'm thinking twice. I don't want to end up with.
No, you have to do what your father said in the will, or the fortune will not be passed to you.
There's a lot of people who feel like if you mess with the dead, bad things happen.
No, only if they did not request this messing.
Oh, so if it's requested, it's okay?
No, not only that is it okay, but if you don't do it, you will now be haunted.
I'm in trouble.
Imagine being haunted by your own father. He's going to show up at 3 o'clock in the morning while you're asleep and say, "Take out the garbage." Right?
Well, that's my dilemma, and there's different camps of people.
So he's actually buried in the ground.
Yes.
All right, so digging him up is going to be an issue. And the reason why I know this is because little Tangela, you've met little Tangela, she's always going down to the cemetery and she's digging up things. And every time the constable comes by and says, she violated this law, and this law, and this law, and this law. So you might want to do a bit of research before you pull the shovel out. I know these things. All right, well, what do you say we wrap up this film, and then we're going to find out what you're doing next, right? All right, off we go to the end of Mr. Sardonicus. It's got to have a wonderful ending because it's a Castle film, right? William Castle has wonderful endings. We will see you on the other side of the credits. Don't go away when they roll because we're going to have Tangela here, and everybody loves to see her. See you soon. And so ends Mr. Sardonicus. If you had that issue where you could not open your mouth, you would not be any different than you are now. You know that? Except when she's yelling at Mr. Livingston. In any case, not a bad film, right? We might show it again one day, a couple of years. Typically we show films every 2.7 years. Right? It's like a repeating cycle. But we keep adding films, so maybe that number will go up because math dictates that it should. Anyways, Harrod, what do you got going on next?
Well, the next film is You Can't Squeeze Blood Out of a Turnip.
Right.
About a folk artist, Butch Anthony, in which I have to deliver my father's bones to him to make art out of.
Hence that previous tale you told. Well, so you have no choice. You have to do the bones because you cannot do the film without the bones, right?
If I can get permission from the cemetery.
Well, I think your father should have wrote like a note saying, please allow my son to dig me up. How long has he been gone?
10 years.
I think you might be surprised to find that quite a bit of them's still there. It's not going to be just what a horrid thing to go through. This is your father's final practical joke on you. I bet he was quite the joker in his life, was he not?
Yeah, he was.
Right. See?
It's sort of a reverse of Mr. Sardonicus. It's a reverse because the father is getting the son to do this, but in that movie, the son does it to the father.
Right. Wonderful. All right, well, thank you so much for coming up and seeing us and showing us your clown head, and we hope you have the best of luck with this film and the bone digging. And if you need any help actually digging up the grave, she's really good. She could do it quite quickly as well, too. No, she could do it so fast in the night they'd never know. You'd put everything else back, and it would be like no mystery.
She'd be a ghoul.
She's quite the ghoul. She's a very nice, lovely ghoul. All right, as far as you guys go, thank you so much for staying up and watching our silly program. We know you could have been watching that other thing on the other channel, but you stayed with us, and that makes you wonderful, and that's why we love you. We'll see you next week with a different movie, different guest maybe, and lots of fun. See you next time. So Harrod, I'm thinking with this Killer Clown sequel, I've got nothing to do. Maybe you could get me a gig as a clown as well.
Yeah, that could be good. And you wouldn't even need a mask.